Welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you had a good couple of days of trading here in the market. Yesterday, the market got hit pretty hard. It was down pretty heavy across the board. And today, we made a little bit of a comeback. And then it kind of sold off towards the end of the day. NASDAQ did manage to stay green today before it closed. So that was good. Did have some opportunity to buy some things this week. And I think we made about a little bit Friday, but or one of those days during the week, but definitely been busy the last couple of days, so we're going to talk about that in the portfolio. Some of the same stocks that we've been buying, we're just adding to. A couple of new ones we've actually added to this time around, so we'll take a look at that as we look at the portfolio. Hey, I appreciate you subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to click that subscribe button, click the like if you like the videos, and we'll go ahead and jump over and take a look at our portfolio right now. So here's our portfolio. As you can see today, we had a little bit of green. You'll see a new one at the very top there. We've traded this one way back when. It's been a while since I've traded it, but the QQQ, that's an ETF that kind of reflects the NASDAQ stocks. I bought that, I believe it was Monday. Yeah, I bought it Monday, the 20th, at 363. When the market was down so bad on Monday. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We had a really hard day on Monday on the market, and you can see here's the big drop from Friday to Monday, and we did get it about right in that area right there. Had an opportunity to get a little bit lower, but we bought there, and you can see we're ahead of the game just a little bit on that one. So what I'm going to do, game plan there is, since that's just a market play, I'm not sure which way this market's going to go, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. If it continues to drop, which it very well could with some things that's going on in the news over in China especially, and we got the Fed speaking tomorrow, and I think that may have a lot to do with what we saw yesterday. But so we're going to keep an eye on it. If we have a pullback, we're due for one. We'll just keep adding to that QQQ. Could play it with a SPY, or you could play it with DIA. Those are just a few that I've played it. Market pulls back. That's usually what I like to try to buy into. But I think I'm just going to play the one this time around, since it's seems like it drops the fastest and goes up the fastest. So I'm going to play with that QQQ. So we'll be watching. If it pulls back 5% from where I bought it, we'll probably add some more at some point. But right now, we're just going to hold what we got. We bought it in both IRAs, so we're good with that. So keep an eye on that. If it gets down 5% below that 363, then we'll be buying back into that one again. So, but it's a good one to play as far as the market goes. So that's what we're going to do. Just put a little bit of money to work as it pulls back. But we're going to be real patient about that. We got Moderna in here because I like to have it in there just to watch what NVAX does compared to it. As you can see, Moderna was 2.5% up today, and NVAX was 1.5%. So sometimes NVAX outdoes Moderna, but here lately Moderna's been the one that's been taking NVAX. But I don't own any of that, so it's just strictly for me to watch. And here's another one I just watch, and this is the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin says it's green here, but I was looking at it earlier, and that was really getting whacked. As you can see here, we got down to the 40-something, right around the 40,000 mark. So take a look at that 5-day chart on Bitcoin. You can see it's an ugly chart. They think, based on all the shows I watch, that the Bitcoin is going to make a run for it right towards the end of the year. So we're going to see if that holds true. And we've been buying some things, hoping that is going to run true. So let's talk about some of those. The first one being HUT. And HUT, we bought some on the 15th, and then we bought some, we bought some on the 15th. That's the only time we bought on the 15th, and we bought it in all three accounts. So the 15th, let's go back to the 15th, take a look at that. 15th would have been last Wednesday. So we did purchase some of that last Wednesday. We got in HUT at 865 through 874 in all three accounts across the board. So 865 and 874, and you can see it took that big hit Monday along with everything else and has not recouped since. So we're down a good bit on that one already. But that one's been, I've actually got some options in this one too, way out to April of next year. So, but this one was doing really well prior to the market pullback and the Bitcoin pullback, as you can see here. So it's pulled back. Let's see what level we're at here now. If you look at this level, it's getting close to some of the levels here that were support. So maybe it'll catch its breath here, so long as Bitcoin can catch its breath. But just watch that one. But that's why we're playing that one. It's HUT mining. They're a Bitcoin miner. We like to play that. It's, a lot of IRAs you can't play. You can't buy Bitcoin in your IRA. So some of the things you can do are buy proxies. I mean, in HUT 8 would be a proxy to Bitcoin because it's going to go up and down with Bitcoin. Also, the next one that we're going to look at, MicroStrategies, also a proxy to Bitcoin, and it's going to go up and down with Bitcoin. MicroStrategy owns a lot of Bitcoin. HUT mining generates Bitcoin, and they don't ever sell it, so they're hoarding their Bitcoin. So they just did a offering recently too that knocked their stock down a little bit. But watch those two. Those are two good ones to hold if the Bitcoin does make its run at the end of the year. So we're just trying to get ahead of the curve there on that. And so that's why we're in that one. NVAX. NVAX is one we've been trading a lot last 4 years, I guess, 4 or 5. And it's been really good this year, last year as well. As you can see here, we had a green day. The high today was 231, so we're pretty close to that, as you can see here. But we're still waiting on news. We're waiting on those approvals, waiting on the approvals in India, Indonesia, and the Philippines, I believe it is. Also waiting on some additional applications for approval in some other places. So that's supposed to happen in the next couple of months. So we'll see how that goes. We are loaded up in the cash account right now on this one. That's not something I suggest anybody do, but I like this one. We're loaded up on it. I do have a little bit of MSTR in there as well. So we'll talk about MSTR a little bit more here in just a second. But NVAX I have a lot of confidence in. So that's the only reason I'm loaded up on it so much, is I do have a lot of confidence in that one. It's just going to take this news to get it back up to that 300 level and possibly a new high. And that's what I'm going to be looking for. We'll just see if I can hold out that long. If it comes before the end of the year, I may be able to, especially outside of IRAs. And but we'll see. So we'll take a look at the next one on our list here. Let me get to that. Let's go back. So NVAX has been really good. It's been pretty active. We did buy some of that this past week. NVAX we bought at 225. We added that in both IRAs, 225 and 225, 222. We've added it in the cash account as well at 226 through 232, 232.82. All right, so it's not too far down from that. 225, we're already back up on those. So that was a good buy that we bought Monday. That's why we did that. Let's go back to that chart real quick. Monday it got clobbered with everything else, so we just, you can see here that it really got clobbered, and we jumped on it pretty good at 225. So could have got it as low as 223, but sometimes you just can't time the markets. But that's the one we like. We're going to look for it to turn here when that news comes out. I did want to talk about MSTR a little bit more. We did buy some more of that. We added that to the portfolios. We've traded it before. It's really gotten down to a good level here. So we bought it, let's see, last week on the 16th. Let me go ahead and pull that up. The 16th, which was last Thursday, we bought that at 612.72 and 615.17. And you can see what happened to it on Monday. It really got clobbered along with Bitcoin. And so we just added some more when it dropped Monday, and we got it at 590 in the IRAs, both IRAs. We got it at 590, and so we're good there. We didn't buy any more today. I think with my HUT and my MSTR, I'm probably pretty good on the Bitcoin play, as well as I do have Bitcoin, actual Bitcoin. So don't want to get too heavy in it, but I do believe it possibly may make this run like they're talking about by the end of the year. All right, Tilray hasn't done a whole lot. We haven't done anything with it. We're not going to. It's one of ours that's beat up really bad, so we're not really even worried about it right now. Along with everything else on Monday, it took a beating, so we're not gonna add to that. I don't have a lot of confidence in it right now, so we're not gonna add to it. Same with Nikola. Now, I did see some decent news on Nikola about some of the things that's going on with it, so watch for some things to be happening next year with Nikola. If you're not in that one, and this is not financial advice, but this is probably a pretty decent level, maybe 10, maybe 950, somewhere around there. Let's look at that chart and see what we've seen the last 5 days. Yeah, so back here, even 5 days ago, you were around 960. So if you want to build your position out, it may be okay to wait to then. But I'm thinking we may see some things happening in next year. 22 sometime. They are supposed to produce one of their trucks in one of their warehouses there, so we'll see. That is the game plan. So not a great week so far. Things have really begun to pull back in the market. A lot of concern about what's going on in China with some of the company that's really in some deep debt, and it's supposed to be like a domino effect, and even causing issues here. So let's see how that goes. I think a lot of it has to do with the Fed, the fears of the Fed this week. They come out and calm some nerves tomorrow, then we may see a good day in the market tomorrow. If not, we may see a bad day. We may see something really red tomorrow. So let's just watch and see what happens the rest of the week. But we are not trying to put a whole lot of money to work right now. I'm not going to be buying any more NVAX right now. Probably won't be adding any more MSTR or HUT. So it's probably just going to be a QQQ play at any point. I'm just really not trying to put any money to work until I see a good 5 to 10% pullback in this market. And we hadn't seen that yet, and I don't know that we're going to. All right, but anyway, we are going to just hang tough with what we got, and hopefully we can trade it before the year's over with and end up this year in really good shape. We're sitting around 60% cash right now. Had a really good year so far, so we don't want to blow that at the end here. We're going to ride out the rest of September. September is sometimes a rough month, but we'll see how that goes. All right. We'll appreciate you watching the video. Again, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click this button right over here and go ahead and do that. And we'll catch you later on in the week. Probably going to be Friday after the market closes sometime. And we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.